Gear up, Scooter fam. So today, I thought I'd take a closer look at the Inmotion RS. Uh, it is one of the scooters that's been on my radar for a while. Um, right now, it's a really good deal, and for Black Friday. And anyway, it's been in my thoughts a lot lately as far as possibly being my next scooter. So just gonna go over some of the high points of the scooter. At the end, sort of wrap it up, comparing it to the RS Lite and some of the differences. Um, and then yeah, give you my final thoughts. So let's get into it. All right, right now the InMotion RS is $36.99, $3,700 on InMotion's site. It's also $3,700 on Voro Motors. But I did want to go ahead and jump in and explain that. So on Voro, as I might have mentioned before, versus Fluid Freeride when I bought my Klima, the price listed on the site was the price including taxes that showed up in the cart. When I go to Voro and add the InMotion RS or any of the scooter to the cart, it adds on taxes. I'm going to say no, tax on taxes, but it adds taxes so that the price you see on Voro's site is not including taxes, and the prices you see on Fluid Free Rides are including taxes. I wasn't sure about InMotion, but I went ahead and checked before jumping on, and there are the price on InMotion sites also including taxes. So it's $3,700 here, and it's $3,700 on Voro Motors. But Voro Motors is going to add taxes in the cart. So now I didn't all the way check. I didn't check out all the way with InMotion. I did just add it to the cart, but I've done this a couple of times, and I can kind of tell based on they use a lot of the similar payment software, and you can easily tell. I mean, they're using the same payment software, but the taxes are not included in InMotion or Fluid. So I can already just kind of judge that they're not going to add on taxes to on the InMotion scooters that you see. All their stuff seems to be with the price included taxes. So now that being said, I did test a code again on Voro Motors for the InMotion RS, and RS Midnight works for both scooters, but does not work for the RS Lite, which is ESA 200. I'm sorry, ESA Midnight. It's $200 off, and it's ESA Midnight. I'll put the code up here again. It is a different channel, not my channel. I'm not ESA Midnight. That's Electric Scooter Academy. I don't have a deal with him. He doesn't even know that I'm doing this. I'm just doing it to help you guys out in case you wanted to go that route. And he's seems like a pretty cool guy. I watch a lot of his videos. He doesn't know me, but I'm just doing it to be nice and help you guys out. So he's got a cool channel. I watch his videos. I'm a fan, so thought I'd throw that benefit his way in case you guys are interested. I don't have a code, so why not share the love? And so that being said, it's $3,800. Pretty much either way you go. There is a shipping protection that gets added into the cart as well. You can remove that on different ways to do that. I left it on my Fluid Free Ride order. As much as I don't like it, I think they really should cover it themselves. Right now seems to be the best option. If you're going to pay thousands of dollars for a scooter, I mean, it's worth another $50 to $70 or whatever it is. So the $200 does make up for the taxes. I put it in there, and they both have shipping protection, and it's right at $3,800 either way you slice it. So I think it's a couple dollars less on InMotion. Literally, it's like a couple dollars. So it's like 3778 or something like that, as opposed to 3800. So it's a little bit, but not significant. So and also they don't sell the Inmotion RS Midnight if you wanted the all black version. I don't mind the RS in the yellow or the midnight. I do like the light in the midnight version. So if I did get the light, I would get the midnight version. So that being said, just on pricing, if you want the Inmotion RS, you got a pretty good deal at $3,800. Either way you go on Voro or Inmotion. If you want the RS Lite, you're going to get a better deal on Inmotion because that $200 ESA Midnight code does not apply, and I couldn't find another code. So that would work with the RS Lite. So RS Lite on Inmotion is the same as it is on Voro. However, on Voro, that's not including taxes, so you're going to end up paying more. So if you want the RS Lite, which is at 2800, I think it's at 2800, you're going to get it for 2800 on Inmotion plus the shipping protection. And then on Voro, you're going to get it for 2700 plus tax, which is going to come out more to like $3,000, including tax and shipping protection. So yeah, if you're interested, and for me, like, you can get the RS for 3,800, which is only $800 more than the Lite. It just makes the RS more attractive to me, my opinion. All right, now that we've gone over the prices and sort of explained Voro versus Inmotion, no other. I don't see any other. I don't see any other YouTube channels, the scooter channels, going on this kind of in depth on getting you guys this kind of inside information on the prices. So I'm looking at that stuff. I'm kind of, this is kind of what I do. So why not share the information with you guys? In any case, for the Inmotion RS, it goes a top speed of about 60 miles per hour. Not faster than I would ever likely go on this scooter. And the range is at 60 miles. However, once again, knowing that it goes 60 miles an hour, the only real benefit to me, because I never plan on going 60, is that because I'm not using it at its maxed abilities as far as top speed, I'm going to get more than 60 miles of range. I'm likely going to get 80 to 100 miles of range riding the way that I just normally ride getting around. So that's one reason I would go with a higher speed scooter versus a lower speed. Not necessarily because I want the extra 5 miles an hour, but because I'm going to get a more efficient battery drain, so to speak. So 60 miles for me is more like it's probably not going to be 100, but it'll probably be like 80 to 100, which is super. And in case I ever one day got an urge to go 60 miles per hour, who knows? Probably not. So next up we have I'm going to talk about the waterproof rating. I see two different waterproof ratings on this site. One says it's IP56. One says it's IPX7. Either way is really good. It does say you can immerse the scooter in up to 1 meter of water. That's about 3 feet. So that's pretty deep without any damage to the scooter. So that is interesting. Then let's see. It does say the motors, they're dual motors at 2,000 watts, 2,000 watt motors. It comes with at least on the Inmotion side, it comes with a free throttle, a free thumb throttle as well, and a free phone holder. But and you may get that on Voro as well. I can't remember. But anyway, I like the thumb throttle better. I think it's more of a paddle throttle, but I like that better than I do the twist throttle. So if I did get it, that would be a definite reason for me to go. To go with this is because I get the thumb paddle throttle included, because I would be personally switching that out. The adjustable height suspension is like no one else's. As far as that goes, you can. It's so this scooter in general is so kind of like customizable to your own personal, feel how you want to ride the scooter, so forth. It can be lowered all the way down. I think there's 3 or 4 different settings, maybe 4 different total settings you can adjust to. With the lowest being for more sport, less cushy ride, and then the top being more of a bump handling stature, and then of course the handlebars can go. You can adjust them up or down, depending on what height you want it at. So it depends on where you're riding the base and how tall you are and where you like. It's so nice to be able to kind of dial that in. So that I like that a lot. That ability to do that. And it's got Zoom hydraulic brakes, and those are one of the major brakes that I hear about. Zoom, Nut, and then Logan on the Namis. Of course, Magura, which the only one I know of is the Rover RX-7. I'll be doing a video on that probably in the near future. Like this, kind of diving in. In any case, it's got 11-inch tubeless tires. They're not pre-treated or anything like that, but they are 11-inch tubeless tires. It's a 72 volt, 40 amp hour battery on the Inmotion RS 21700 cells. It's got dual 50 amp sine wave controllers, which is nice. That's kind of the overall features of the RS. Compared to the RS Lite, the RS Lite goes 55 miles an hour, which is about 5 miles an hour slower. It has 40 miles of range versus 60 miles of range. For me, that would probably, add maybe another, 50 to 60 miles of range, or maybe similar to what I get on the Klima. Maybe better. Tough to say. It does have 1500 watt motors as opposed to 2000 watt dual motors, and the battery is a 72 volt, 30 amp hour as opposed to a 40 amp hour. It is a tad lighter, maybe 10 pounds lighter than the RS because of the smaller battery and smaller hub motors, etc. Other than that, the scooter is pretty identical to the Inmotion RS. So once again, if you want the RS scooter, you can get it on Voro or Inmotion roughly for the same price. If you want the RS Lite, you probably want to go with Inmotion because you can save about $200. Up to you though. If you just really want the midnight, you can go with Voro, but you're gonna pay a little extra. I personally know. I mean, that being said, I probably would go with the RS, and it wouldn't matter. I mean, the midnight or otherwise, I'm kind of indifferent between the two. So it would just depend. So some of the I went over that. I sort of want to give my final thoughts on the scooter. Although it's great scooter, it has great reputation. Inmotion is a reputable company. They do electric unicycles. They're big on that. They and electric scooters, some of the best in the market, like the Inmotion RS. They do have their downsides, and the Inmotion RS has its downsides too. So that might be a deciding factor for you. With Voro motors, you could make an assessment that possibly they have better support than Inmotion. I can't say that 100%, but I can see how that might be the case. There are quality control issues that I've seen with the Inmotion RS, such as motor controllers going out, the scooter stopping for no reason. There is some... I've seen some issues with the speed wobble when you get above 40, 50 miles an hour. I'll rarely go that, so it's not as much of a concern, but I still want that taken care of. And there are some ways to fix that and help out. But anyway, it's got a built-in steering damper that you can tighten up. And I like the scooter a lot. Well, like I said, it's not perfect. It does have its downsides, and other than that, people love the scooter. They like the way it rides. They like the ride of the build quality. It's a really, really nice scooter, but it does have its like I said, its downsides, and all of them are manageable. There's nothing unmanageable about the scooter, in my opinion. I mean, the biggest thing is the speed wobble. It does have a dual stem, but they're kind of narrow as opposed to like the Wolf King series and the Wolf Warriors. So yeah, that's my final thoughts is right now it's certainly worth the money. It's certainly worth $36.99 for the scooter. Like I said, that includes taxes. It's certainly worth $300 off. I've never seen it drop like that before. I've been watching it for a little while, and it's really tempting. I'm not ready to make a purchase yet, so I it would have to stay a good price for a while for me to get it. I don't know when I'll be making a purchase, but I'm not ready. I just got the Klima, so it won't be for Black Friday. I can tell you that. And so watch the price on the Inmotion RS. It's a great scooter. It's not a perfect scooter. There are other scooters out there around the same price that have qualities that I like better, such as the Wolf Kings as far as stability goes. They're also a great brand with really Cabo is with a great reputation. But this is not a scooter on that. This is not a video on the Cabo, which probably will do one on those as well, at least one of those in the future. But the Inmotion RS is a great scooter and probably my favorite hyper scooter Black Friday price right now. Man, between that and the RX-7, the Roadrunner RX-7. Of course, it has its issues too. So no scooters are perfect. The Inmotion RS is a great price right now for Black Friday at $36.99, whether you get it on Inmotion site or Voro Motors. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, you found it helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and happy riding.